Guys, today I'm gonna do another video how to modify your counter gear, which is this one right here, the green gear. And first let's take a look at the counter gear in the gearbox. Okay, as you can see, the counter gear one, it's spin in the gearbox, and I don't really worry about the counter gear move to the left side, which is this side I'm pointing at right now, because the model and the pinion gear and the block it to preventing to go to the left side. So when you look at it, and then this part right here on the right side, and which is right here I'm pointing at right now, and then let me remove my model first, and then you can have better angle on it. Okay. Okay, you can see, like what I'm saying was like previously, and the model, the penny gear for model will block the counter gear move to the left side, but on the right side here, actually that's the most the part gonna contact with the gearbox, which is right here, the notch, the little notch right here I'm pointing at right now. So once it spins, you will contact with this side right here, and that's gonna cause a lot of resistance, also gonna slow you down, because the contact right here, it's gonna be a lot of refraction. And you can see right here, let me spin it, you can hear it's clicking, and the reason why is like this part right here, it was like it's keep contact with the let me remove it and can see it. We'll keep contact with the part right here. Like, let me give it a better angle. Okay, right here. Okay, and also you have another problem right here. This part right here I'm pointing at right now. This part actually, it's preventing gear was like it's a crooked. So this part right here also, when spins, it's maybe it will contact as well right here. This part. I'm pointing it right now. Let me give you a better angle. Okay, right here you can see if I'm touching the gear was on toward the right side, it was actually contact. So this part and this part will give you a lot of resistance with a lot of friction, and it's slowing you down. So what I'm gonna do is like to preventing that happen, to improve the speed. So you need to modify a little bit on the counter gear. Before we start it, what you need is you need a Dremel, any kind of Dremel, and the other thing you have is this one right here. When you buy a Dremel, and it's all the accessory is come with this part, which is holding the bits. This is called the bits, and you have to remove the dish, and all you need is this part right here. And if you don't know how to, if you don't want to save the money, you can go to the Home Depot or the Harbor Freight. Especially Harbor Freight, they have a Dremel is selling for like $10. It's come with 80 pieces of bits and accessory, and it also come with this part right here. So other thing you need is this one. It's the it's some kind of tube, and I'm pretty sure you notice when you buy a Tamiya four-wheel drive or FRP roller stay sets, it's always come with this one. Okay. Also you need some 3mm aluminum spacer right here. Okay, let's go start it. First you need to do is make sure the counter gear, and before you need a longer screws. This is just a standard Tamiya screws, and put this one, the tube right here, the top, and this one right here. And what's the next is you need to put a spacer, a 3mm spacer right here, and go ahead and put another one. If you have a 6mm spacer, it's okay. It works same way. So right now just lock it, Okay, make sure you computer lock it, and then this part don't really move. Okay, right now let's set up the counter gear on the top of the Dremel. Okay, set your Dremel speed and probably 5,000. If you bought a Dremel from Harbor Freight, you don't really have to worry about it because you only have one speed. So what's the next? You need 1,000 sandpaper. Make sure it's 1,000 because five a lower the lower number it's just like too rough when you finish it. Okay. Next, before you do it, you just cut a little piece of sandpaper, which I already have it right here. So let's go ahead. Let's start it right now. Okay. So first you're gonna do is like trim the edge right here, makes it round and smooth. Make sure it's slow. And this one you really have to be patient because the number 1,000 sandpaper, it just works slow. So you probably take a couple minutes. Okay, let's check again. Okay, need more work. Okay, I think we almost. Okay, let me do one more time. Probably another 1 minute. Okay, I'm just finished. And let me give you a closer view. Okay, the left side on the top is the one I just trimmed. The one on the right side, which is lower, is the one is the original. So you can see the original one's the edge is more sharper, and the one modified, which on the top is more it's a little bit rounder. Right here it's a bit round, and this part, I mean, I noticed on the when it's not no longer gonna contact with this part right here, which I'm pointing at right now. Okay, so next we're gonna do the one I just mentioned, this part right here, which is gonna a lot of contact with the this little bit like thing right here. So what you're gonna do is what you need is like round files. Okay, so just go ahead and turn it on, and so you need to do is just like a slowly. Just make sure you be patient. Don't push too hard. Just only thing you have to do is just like a little bit of like a sharp angle right here, the edges. Okay, so just doing it, and okay. Before you finish, make sure using the 1,000 number 1,000 sandpaper to fix the surface a little bit. Let me trim a little bit more. Okay, sandpaper again. Okay, got it. Okay, let me take that off and let you see the difference. As you can see, hold on, let me. Okay, after finish, make sure just right here, this part right here, just make sure you sand a little bit. There's some scrap on it. Okay, as you can see, let me give you a closer angle. As you modify, this part actually is become smaller, and the edge become more round, and this part right here, the original one, is just like I would say this part right here, the surface, the contact surface, this part is all keep contacting, is just too big. So when you make it smaller like this one, it just give you a better fraction and the lower reduce a lot of resistance. So the counter gear when the gearbox gonna spin faster. So because because the contact surface right here is getting smaller. So okay, let's put on the chassis. Let's take a look at the result.
Okay, this shot. Okay, let me give a closer angle.
Okay, you can see it's quieter right now, and especially this part right here. It's whatever you do, it's no longer touching. And then this part right here, it's that little thing is become smaller, so it's once touching the notch right here, you will feel it's better than before. Okay, so what's do next is put everything back, all the gear, and put the motor back. You basically put everything back, and you don't have to using any kind of like a special motor. So the box top motor, this one come with it. It's okay. You can use this one because I don't have any penny gear, so I'm just using whatever I have right now. And make sure you put some oil around it. Okay, and put this battery and turn it on. Okay. And get some like a bottle, or either I using this pink spray from Tamiya, and put it on the top of it, and make sure all the wheel not touching anything, it's in the air. And basically you tape it and stabilize it, and let's just set it for run for like 10 minutes. So after 10 minutes, then turn it off. Oh, if you want to do like half hour, it's fine. If you want to do overnight, I don't really care. So anyway, the longer you do, it's long. It's what's that data is like. It's like you buying a brand new car. When you buy a brand new vehicle, they told actually the first 1,000 miles is like for the gear was like because the brand new gear or either it's kind of tight, so you need a run there for a while. So this gear can it's all the gap and between the gap to gap the gear is getting it'll become smoother. So that's what you do. It's just like a run for like a 10 or 2 half hour. If you want to do overnight, it's fine. Finish here, and thank you for watching my YouTube channel.